And we're live. Okay. Excellent.
Hello, viewers.
I could unselect Jeremy there. That way, people not just Jeremy the whole time. We've played that game before, haven't we, Kent?
Yeah. To your chagrin.
Oh, it's such a good cut, too. Anyway. Okay. So I believe everybody is ready. My recordings are actually going. Kent, are you recording your track?
It is recording. I'm about 7 minutes into recording, actually.
I'm about 32 into mine. Jeremy, you recording yours?
Yeah, I'm 7 minutes in.
Okay, and my heater towards behind me, so it would blow on my back, and I'm actually colder now than I was before.
It's the differential between your front heat and back heat.
Bullshit. Cold. All right, let's do this. Oh, I want to get my show notes up. All right. You know the area at the top of the show notes where it shows like the episode number and then has like all the file, edit, view, insert.
Yeah.
I just wish I could get that part to go away. Because I already have that on top. You know what I mean? Like I don't need it twice.
Oh.
That one's for the window, the document.
Yeah.
It's just irritating. Like extra space that I could be using to actually look at the document instead of.
Oh fuck yeah! And you can't drag it away either.
No.
I never. Oh. See, damn it! Why'd you have to point that out? Because now I'm irritated by it.
Yeah, I fully understand. We're talking about first world problems here. My Google Docs doesn't show the way I like.
Yep.
Alright, fuck off. Here we go. I gotta find some way to, I'm probably just a little key down here. No, I don't want to mess with that window. I have to find it later. Here we go.
Jeremy snoring.
No, I was trying not to laugh really loud.
He's audibly breathing.
That's right.
This is what I was going to show you just a minute ago.
I've seen that. Oh, you're showing Jeremy.
I'm showing Jeremy, the guy that's not.
Oh, right on. I have something similar to Dad's.
Yeah, it works pretty good. I mean, me and Ken.
Yeah.
It's pretty grooving. It's a neat toy.
Yeah, Dad runs his electronic drums through one of those.
Yep, I run my podcast through one.
There you go.
And karaoke.
Yeah, that worked out well.
Yeah, it did. It's actually still set up.
Actually, I don't know if the karaoke itself worked out so well, but
the setup for the karaoke, the capabilities were present.
The abilities were abilities.
It was lacking.
DBD.
That's right.
Back when the words are right there in front of you and you're sticking watermelon.
Yeah.
Oh,
you grab the chicky and you put the chicky in the pot. That's how they talk in Sweden. I've been there. It's pretty accurate.
Get that somehow. I don't know. I've never actually been to Sweden, but I've seen several on the internet, and I'm gonna say that I don't quite believe you on that. It could just be the pure lack of faith on my friend's end.
It's mostly the old men. The old men talk that way, and it's so weird because the written language, Swedish looks a lot like German. You can actually, if you know some German, you can read their stuff and pick out a lot of the words because it's very similar.
Yeah.
But spoken is, oh my God, it's so different than German. Anyway.
Are we ready?
So, Yeah.
That'll be intro music and stuff.
It sounded like German.
We have the audio track that we found. It was pretty cool. I was gonna play it for Jeremy real quick.
Oh yeah. I don't know where you saved it. You have like 1,700 external hard drives.
Yeah.
That's a slight exaggeration. I'm sorry, Jeremy. It's really only like 306.
Yeah. I don't know why you gotta be so
He's got a basket full of thumb drives and like a deck of external hard drives.
Yep.
They're all full of bullshit.
That's exactly what it is. It's not the bullshit part. All the other stuff. The thousands.
You just need to set up a server, dude.
I have one set up. I just haven't had time to transfer shit over to it.
Damn it.
Let's not get it twisted here. All 22 music files. There we go. There's sad trombone. I found that the same night. This one is tracks here.
Wah, wah, wah.
Right? Exactly.
Oh.
See what this is. That's not it. That's definitely not it. Man, I don't know what the fuck it is.
I don't have my sound effects because Steph's playing with my iPad.
Sure. You call it what you want. We're good with it. Into himself.
Jeremy's video freeze framed and it was perfect.
Put that as the icon for this episode.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, god damn it.
There's that. There's this responded in time. Alright, ready? I want to unlock this phone again. Hello and welcome to the Ritual Misery Podcast, episode Beta 18 for Wednesday, the 7th of January, 2015. This is a show where two lifelong friends talk about geek stuff and whatever else comes to mind. I'm Amos, and with me, as always, is my friend Kent. How you doing, Kent?
All right, man. What's up?
It's about time we got the thing on the road. We've been sitting here goofing off for about an hour now, so.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. And with us for the third time, it's almost like he's a regular contributory person.
It's a hard word. That's a big word.
I talk well.
I
He's
got some good learning. Yeah.
Educated.
So now we got to redo it. Son of a.
What's up, Jeremy? How you doing?
What's happening, Kent? Amos, how you guys doing?
Good, good.
Okay. All right, ready?
Wait, are we really starting over, or are we just gonna go with it? I got my radio voice on and everything. What the hell? Jeremy's got the laugh whistle going.
Yeah. Smoke another one. Another one, fireball.
Oh dear God. Oh. God damn it.
Yeah.
I love Wednesdays. This is my therapy. This really is my therapy.
Can you guys hear yourself like through the mixer?
I don't hear an echo, if that's what you mean.
Okay, it's good enough for me. All right, here we go.
Take two.
Hello and welcome to the Ritual Misery Podcast, episode Beta 18 for Wednesday, the 7th of January, 2015. This is the show where two lifelong friends talk about geek stuff and whatever else comes to mind. I'm Amos, and with me, as always, is my friend Kent. What's up, Kent?
Hey, what's up, man?
This time I'm not going to forget to not hit the button or something.
Oh, yes.
Man, it's been such a long, crazy week, and it's only been like 4 days since we last did one of these.
I know.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
my gosh.
Someone who wasn't there on Friday when we recorded the last one would be Jeremy Dillon, our guest for the evening.
What's up, Jer?
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Just doing the Wednesday thing, podcast.
Right on. Yeah,
Same day.
My weekly therapy.
Yeah,
that's right.
we did that on Monday. That was nice.
Where you actually see a therapist, don't you?
Yeah. I'm the legitimate crazy one of the group.
Oh no, I'm the.
It's all relative. It's all relative.
Way better than the 25 years I spent as the illegitimate crazy one.
Truth.
Indeed.
So yeah, my week. See, it's kind of weird. You are starting to talk about long weeks and oh my god, I can't believe this week is our blah blah blah. That was my thing for a while, but now I'm starting to get a little happier about things that are going on. Tomorrow I'm going to apply for my retirement letters.
See, that would.
So it kind of makes me smile.
Yeah, that's
You'll be skipping off to that office.
Oh yes, I will be.
Yeah.
So I got to figure out which president I want to get a letter from.
You can choose which president. It's not just.
You can choose any living president will send you a retirement letter.
Wow, I did not know that.
The senior that retired, what was it, a couple months ago, I guess, he actually ordered a letter from every living president.
That's
And I think that's what I'm gonna do. So, but because if you've been to a retirement ceremony, you know that they read the presidential letter out loud during the ceremony. The senior chose President Carter's letter to have read out loud because it was only like 2 sentences. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like President Obama, the Bushes, Clinton, like those are, a paragraph at least, probably 2 paragraphs. President Carter's was like, "Thank you for serving in our military. I appreciate it. Signed, Jimmy Carter." It's what?
He came by when he and Clinton came by together. Bush 41 wasn't there at the time. He joined a little later. They were doing like a Indonesia charity thing or whatever when I was stationed at Hickam.
Okay, you said they came by. I was like, what, to the house?
Oh,
like
yeah.
what? You had a barbecue or something? Like, oh man.
Car right in the back. It was
Did
awesome.
Jimmy bring some peanuts?
Do what?
I said, did Jimmy bring some peanuts?
Yeah.
Jeremy, you're the only one old enough to get that joke.
Yeah, because I clearly do not.
Jimmy Carter was a peanut farmer before he was president.
Oh, he actually just gave me some respect in my eyes. So, and I was working in mock, and I got to see them, and they do a little procession. They came out of the airplane, and they're all shaking hands of a bunch of people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was funny because Carter was like boom, 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 in the van, ready to go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's short to the point.
He was in the van, ready to go, and Clinton was barely getting off the stairway. It was like,
Too many cheeseburgers.
yeah, he was still thinking the stewardess or whatever.
Oh yeah. Thanking her in a very special way.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service to our country.
He joined in '95, right? So
Yes.
Clinton. When did Clinton go into office? He went into office in '92.
93.
Yes, 90. Well, yes. He was elected in 92, entered office in 93.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah.
we've only been through 3 presidents now for our careers. So I would probably ask if I were to do that, I would request the presidents that served during my tenure in the military.
Yeah. Well, Carter's the only living one that. Or no. Bush 41, also.
Yeah, it's just Reagan.
Yeah.
Reagan.
Yeah.
You have Carter, Ford, Reagan, Bush Senior,
Oh yeah,
Clinton.
Ford is after Carter. No.
Ford
It was
was after
Carter, Reagan,
Carter.
Bush, Clinton, Bush Jr., and then
Yeah.
Obama.
Yeah, but Ford was right before Carter
Nixon.
because he replaced Nixon.
Yeah, it was Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan,
Yep.
Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama.
I just think Clinton surrounded by Bush.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some perspective for you.
Yeah, that's one of those odd occurrences in life that you just kind of have to. It's not.
Oh, that's the universe smiling at us.
Indeed.
That's the universe winking at us. Like, you get it? Oh, that's good stuff.
Jeb Bush is talking about running for president again.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday, I think, on the news.
Yeah. So we could have a triple threat of Bushes.
Yeah. That'd be crazy, though. Bush, Democrat. Bush, Democrat, Bush.
Yeah.
That'd be,
Like
wow.
Like you wonder why it keeps going back to Democrat when the Bushes leave. They're not good for the party apparently.
Nah. I don't know. We keep going back to them, though.
Yeah. Well, they're like the old faithful. Like we know it's going to be entertaining. You know, we had 8 good years with Clinton. You know, we got some shit done. We had some good laughs. We all learned a little bit of politics on that. You know,
We all learned about the Electoral College.
Yeah. Well, no, that was from Bush 43.
Yeah, yeah. We all learned what a Chad was.
Yeah,
A hanging Chad.
A hanging Chad, yes.
We learned about the impeachment process under Clinton.
That's true. That's true.
You know, special prosecuting attorney or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we learned a lot. I mean, I forgot it all, but we learned a lot about the United States government under Clinton, and then went back to Bush and got some good laughs. I mean, he was definitely good for some good laughs. I've already told you my favorite story of Bush when he was in Texas and showing a slideshow, and he showed his 2nd grade report card, and there's like all A's and a couple B's, and they showed his 3rd grade report card, and there's all C's and D's, and he started laughing, and he said the point of the story, don't peak too early, and yeah, I thought that was a great pot shot.
Oh, wow.
And then we leave Bush behind after 8 years of possible illegitimacy, and go another 8 years of possible illegitimacy with
Barry.
So you know it, like you just can't get away from it. The most powerful, well, I was gonna say the most powerful man, but really it's the most powerful figurehead in the world.
Yeah.
I don't think in today's age we're ever gonna have a president that's not surrounded by some sort of controversy.
Oh yeah, that's those days are over. If those days ever did exist.
Especially if you've ever seen the show Scandal or House of Cards.
Yes, I've seen House Cards.
Yeah. I gotta say, Scandal is it's got more of a love story element to it, but it's still fairly insightful into the supposed inner workings of the White House, and it's got a lot of the political intrigue, and it's got enough of it to keep me interested in the show, despite the attempt at drama and well, romantic drama and things like that. So, it's not quite on my recommend list, but it's definitely on my it's on Netflix and you ain't got shit else to do.
That's that list, huh?
Yeah. Okay, so Kent, for the last episode, you came over here and you visited for the New Year's celebration.
Yeah. Yep. Sure did. It was a blast.
Driving over here.
Oh yeah, man. Oh. Drive. Okay. Texas. You don't think of shitty winter weather when you think of Texas. I
Well,
sure don't. And you certainly don't think of New Mexico when you think about shitty winter weather, or vice versa, however that goes. Yeah, I'm on my way to see you. I got about, I don't know, 2 hours away from my house, and all of a sudden the roads got slick as snot, covered in ice, cars going into ditches left and right. And it was like that pretty much the entire way to your place. What should have been about a 6 or 6.5 hour drive turned into about a 10.5 hour drive. Yeah, I don't know why I brought that up, but yeah, that was my weekly recap. Shitty weather does exist in New Mexico and Texas,
yeah.
but it doesn't stay around long.
You drove
It
back.
quickly disappears.
Yeah, I was gonna say you drove back and you got there in like record time.
What
Yeah,
was your guys' high today?
mine was 59, I think.
Mine was 9.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine. I don't know that we ever broke freezing, and we had a 20-mile-an-hour wind most of the day, so I think the wind chill was right around just above single digits. Almost.
Oh, God.
Our wind chill was 30 below.
Yeah, see, can't do it.
Yeah,
you know.
mine peaked at 59, but it only stayed there for a little bit. It very rapidly dropped. It dropped within an hour. I think it dropped 20 degrees, and we got about 10-mile-an-hour winds along with that.
Yeah, we were normally if they're going to cancel school, they call the automated thing that tells everybody that the school's closed. Generally calls at like 5:30 in the morning. No, they went ahead and closed it tonight.
Oh wow.
Wow, yeah.
Hmm.
So my kids haven't been back to school since winter break started.
Oh, I thought it was pretty funny actually. Talking about school cancellations on Friday when I was at Amos's place. Obviously, I wasn't here to go to karate, but I found out that they closed the karate school on Friday due to weather.
Wow.
Would you?
There was they
Yeah,
got
but-
about an inch and a half of snow that day. So the natural thing was to close it because of weather.
Well, you saw it happen here at Dias. We didn't even get
Inch and a half of snow and you closed.
down.
Yeah, they closed the school. They called everybody and said don't show up because we're not open.
The fuck?
Yeah.
You know what happened here? I mean, we didn't even get actual snow, and they closed down the base and the town.
What?
That's
That's
what
insane.
happens when you live south of the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I gotta get back to Mason-Dixon and west of the Mississippi.
Yeah, it was like all the cars in the ditch on the way to Amos's place. That never would happen in Indiana. You might see in the same stretch of road in Indiana, you might see like 2 cars the whole time in the ditch. I think Steph and I counted. What was it? I think it was 12 cars in the ditch, and 2 of which were flipped over.
Wow.
Yeah.
The most cars I've seen in off the road was last year during the winter, and it was pretty much whiteout conditions. And I drove home from Watsika. Like I could, if I hadn't found it come up behind a semi trailer, I probably would have ended up being in the ditch because I couldn't see shit.
Yep.
But I just followed the tail lights, you know, and I don't.
That's a skill you
drove-
definitely pick up in the north.
I drove home, you know, and I counted because I seen 3 of them go off in front of me on my way home, and I stopped to see if I could help on a few of them. But anyway, on my way home, there were 12 cars that went into the ditch between Kentland and Fowler, and there were 6 on the way from Fowler to Oxford.
That's insane. That's only like a 10-minute drive.
Yeah.
Well, in normal weather.
Yeah, normal weather.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it took to drive to Watsika from Oxford. It's 45 minutes, depending whether I get behind a tractor or not.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's always a problem in Indiana.
But That day it took me 2.5 hours to get home. That's how much of a crawl we were going.
Yeah, that's crazy. That happens though.
Yes.
So I'm apparently back from my my little technical difficulties there.
I wonder where you disappeared to.
Yeah. I'm sitting there looking at my monitor going, it's recording on my side, but apparently Google Voice did not like the input I was giving it. So, yeah, I drove cross country from California to Kansas City. Well, from Camarillo to Kansas City. And at one point we hit some hail, and I tucked in behind a truck and just kept going. And my wife had never been in hail before. And she was like, shouldn't we pull over somewhere? And I was like, no. No, he pulls over, we pull over. But until then, we're right behind him.
Yep. You got the perfect pace car / shield.
Yeah. At 30 miles an hour, I'm just tucked in about 8-10 feet behind him, and we just kept going.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of my wife, she has been gone this week, and you always have those discussions with your significant other, your roommate, your however you want to put it, whatever your particular situation is, of how much each of you do. I can honestly say that I miss my wife being here for her ability to regulate the traffic around this house. Last 3 days, getting ready in the morning, every single morning there's been some big hiccup where I was either waiting on something or somebody's waiting on me. And she has that choreographed perfectly, and that's something I really appreciate. About a month and a half ago, we talked about things we appreciate.
Oh yeah.
My wife, she can choreograph some kids and some showers. I tell you what. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sometimes you gotta just. Sometimes it's good to step back and see what the other person has to do, and gives you that appreciation.
Yeah, that's been a big reason why I've been so busy. It's just added to the stress level. Jeremy's over there going crazy.
Speaking of technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. So I'm drinking a new Belgium Trippel.
Very nice.
It's pretty good. It's a little more pungent than I would prefer. It's pretty cloudy, which I probably should have suspected to be a little off my kilter for flavor goes, but it's actually not that bad. It's growing on me as I drink it, which I guess most beer does, but it's pretty good. And Jeremy, you got the requisite soda, and Kent, I'm guessing you're drinking the Dos Equis.
Yeah, Dos Equis Amber. That's right now. That's my standard session beer.
Yeah. So this week, I found out I was actually going to go on the internet and acquire a particular game that I've been wanting to play and try it out. And I don't have a lot of time for games, so I'm pretty choosy about the ones that I actually want to spend time on. And usually it's games that I can pick up and put down real quick because I've got so much stuff going on. But in my searches for this particular game, I found out that it was half price currently until I guess until 10 minutes from now. Went ahead and picked it up, and it's been glorious. It has been a very entertaining stop and go trip down SimCity memory lane and seeing all the new innovations they've done with that game. It's pretty awesome. I know
SimCity.
Nice. I love that game.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about that game before it actually came out, and then when it came out, there was all the negative press about the the server problems and all that stuff, and then I never really heard anything else about it after that.
I can honestly say, man, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I remember having a lot of fun with SimCity a long time ago, and then I even delved into The Sims a little bit, and I think I played I don't remember what it was called. It was the game where you can build a city in SimCity, and then there's like like an add-on to the game where you could drive. It's like a driving game that you can drive in the city that you created. I don't remember what it was called. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun with the sim games.
One of my favorite aspects of it, you have your fake languages. I call them fake, but they're you can actually communicate with them, so I guess they're legitimate. Whatever. You have Pig Latin. You have gibberish. These languages that if you're proficient in it, you can speak it pretty easy. It's just some sort of twist on English.
Oh, okay. At first, I thought you were talking about like Klingon or Sindarin or something.
No, I mean all those. Anyway.
Or Dothraki.
Right. Yeah. Anyway. When your little mayor helper pops up and has to say something to you, or one of your little advisors has to say something to you,
Mm-hmm.
they actually kept the Simlish.
Oh, really? That's
My
cool.
favorite video game language of all time. Yep.
That's cool.
So you'll click on a little thing and hit the little help me button, try to figure out what the hell you're supposed to be doing, and the little advisor will go on there and be like, blah blah, oh what's wah. I've never played The Sims other than at your house in Okinawa.
Yeah.
But hearing that always gives you like this little warm, fuzzy feeling, like, oh, they really do care.
That's cool. That's
So,
really cool. Was this a Steam download?
no, it's not on Steam. It's on Origin, which is EA's equivalent of Steam.
Yeah.
I had to actually download Origin to download The Sims. So, but it was only $20 for the complete package, which has all the add-ons and everything else. So $20 is within my discretionary allotment. I went ahead and picked it up.
Cool. Very nice.
So, you know why the episodes haven't come out lately? Because I've been working on that.
You got sucked into SimCity.
I one night I did. I sat down just to play it a little bit and looked at the clock, and it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh my god.
Yep. Damn it.
And then last night I sat there and I was playing on it, waiting for the kids to fall asleep. And I don't know when it happened, but sometime I woke up and the computer was like, yeah, you're not connected to the internet anymore. I was like, well, it's a good thing. I'm going to bed. Yeah, that night I was actually planning on coming out here, but I fell asleep waiting for the kids to fall asleep.
Yeah, that happens.
Yep.
So it is SimCity your geeky thing of the week?
It really is. That's I totally geeked out on it. Picked that up on Sunday afternoon, and it's I dived right in, or dove right in. Some sort of conjugation of the word dive.
You have divin, you have
Dovin.
Dovin.
Dived. I had dived. I think that's what it is. I had dived.
You had been dived or something. I don't know.
Had been dived.
Conjugation's hard.
Yeah. Good.
Oh man. All right. So my geeky thing of the week. I've actually got two things that I want to mention. The first thing. Okay. Last week I talked about how Lucas wanted to get into RPGs, and he really wanted to try his hand at DMing for D&D.
Right.
But the problem was he had never actually played D&D, so he was kind of hesitant to jump right into DMing. So I was like, you know what? How about, you've never played any RPG. How about I game master something for Star Wars? So that's the game that I've got the most experience with, for at least from the GM, DM, storyteller perspective. So we delved into that, and I don't want to get into that because we did that. We talked about that last week. But
something though, you ended up with how many players?
2 players. Well, it was supposed to be 3, but Isaac backed out, so it ended up being 2 players.
Okay, so 2 players, and you still ended up with 5 Jedi somehow, right?
No. It was actually just a really short campaign intro with you know how at the end of a movie where they set it up for a sequel. That's kind of what I did. Was if my players want to keep playing, it's right there. We're ready to go.
You played that this week?
We might play this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. But
you survived a trip here and we didn't play Munchkin again.
Oh, true story.
Like,
that was a fail.
I don't know how many punch cards we have on our geek card now, but I started.
But anyway, so the next phase of this, now that Lucas had RPG experience under his belt as a player, albeit like 30 minutes of it, he decided, okay, all right, I kind of get the idea now. So I created a character, or he walked me through the character creation process for a D&D character. I guess it's 5th edition. You can't tell by looking at the materials that are out now because it just says Dungeons and Dragons. So, but it's 5th edition. It's pretty cool. That actually brought back a lot of memories and rolling for skills and stuff like that. I was like,
You remember what dice to use?
I did it actually. Yeah, that's a story for another day. We'll delve into that sometime.
After May.
After September, actually, we'll maybe talk about that one. Anyway, okay, so that was that's an obviously geeky thing. The other thing that I did this past week that was really more of a geek out for me, but I guess is not really more of a traditional geeky thing. Pro wrestling is something that I will geek out on. I'm sorry. You can say what you want about it, but it entertains the shit out of me, and I love it. And I haven't watched a lot of it lately. I don't have cable. I'm not overseas where I've got AFN or anything like that. So I've watched very little wrestling for quite some time.
Do you have
Isaac?
Why don't you hop on the old WWE network?
Well, that's what I actually did. Isaac followed in my footsteps with the whole love for pro wrestling because I've got a stack of DVDs that WrestleManias and different documentaries and different pay-per-view things and whatnot. And Isaac will go through those things and just he eats it up. He loves it. And whenever he gets the chance, he'll watch wrestling or whatever. So me and him were geeking out on, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, we were geeking out about wrestling, talking about this guy or that guy or this storyline that we had liked or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I was like, screw it. WWE Network, it's $10 a month. You get all the pay-per-views. You get there's probably tens of thousands of hours worth of wrestling on there that you can watch on demand. Plus, you get all the pay-per-views included in that price, live streaming. When the pay-per-views by themselves cost like $50 a piece, but for $10 a month, you get not only all the on-demand stuff, you get all the pay-per-views, you get pretty much everything except for the live Raw and SmackDown. You get everything else.
Yeah, but you get that like later on in the week, right?
It's actually, unfortunately, it's 30 days.
Okay, that's still not
because
bad,
yeah, because of the contracts they have with what are they on now? What are the Turner? Oh my God, I'm dating myself now. Time Warner and whoever at Sci-Fi or whoever is running SmackDown now. Due to the contract restrictions they have to wait 30 days before they can put it on WWE Network. But yeah, dude, for $9.99 a month, it's all you can eat pro wrestling, and it's fucking awesome.
It's the entire archive too. It's going all the way back to WWF days and.
Oh yeah, they got WCW, ECW, Smoky Mountain Wrestling, Memphis Championship Wrestling. I mean, you fucking name it, because Vince McMahon, in his infinite wisdom, bought up the media libraries of all of these wrestling organizations that don't, that aren't active anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been they've had that on for almost a year now, I think, because I think it started like last February, March, or something like that was when I was deployed, and
something like that.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. So. I dig it.
Yeah.
It's funny to me though that you're so into it and you've been so into it for so long, but then back in high school when me and Patrick were into it, you were like, "Oh, this is so dumb." And like somehow that has switched because now I can't stand to watch more than like 30 seconds of the new stuff. I'm like, "God, this is so crap."
Yeah.
But if I had WWE Network, I would probably sit there and watch 100 hours worth of archive footage of like the Steiner brothers and stuff like that.
Yep, exactly,
So,
and it's all there.
watch the Ultimate Warrior flop every time Hulk went towards him.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So that's kind of it's geeky in the the niche way of pro wrestling, but it's also kind of falls into that cord killers category.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
kind of a double header there for my geekiness.
Very cool.
What about you, Jeremy? What kind of geeky stuff have you gotten into lately?
Well, I'd been checking out the 5th edition D&D stuff. Oddly enough, I was looking at the Monsters Manual the other day.
Oh, very cool.
The player's handbook. Yeah, I followed D&D up through 3 and 3, 5, and 4, and 5 is.
It appears to me to be kind of a return back to
like
3.
A combination of second ed. Quite a bit of it. It's kind of a mixture of second ed and 4th with a little bit of 3rd in it.
I just play Pathfinder, call it a day.
Yeah, see, I've heard good things about Pathfinder. I've been out of the RPG world for so long, like all this, 3.5, 4th edition Pathfinder, blah blah blah. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Last time I checked, it was AD&D 2nd edition, and then I heard something about 3rd edition coming out, and then that it fell off my radar until very recently.
3rd edition came out when I was at Shaw, and we loved it, and then we got over to Okinawa, and not long after we got to Okinawa, they came out with 3.5. And I had to rebuy all the books, and it just irritated the piss out of me. But they made some great improvements, and then for some reason for 4 they went in a completely different direction, and
it sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't the game that it was. It was a completely different game. It was the analog to the digital games that were so popular at the time. It was the analog version of World of Warcraft, basically, and EverQuest. And it just didn't flow. Like, if I wanted to play World of Warcraft or EverQuest, I would just play World of Warcraft or EverQuest. It wasn't D&D in my mind. So what I've seen of 5 kind of is a return back to the old days. I mean, they didn't bring Thaco back, luckily. Reverse math is hard to do when you're drinking. And so, but 3.5 was really good, and I've played a little bit of Pathfinder and read a lot about it, and it basically is 3.6. They took 3.5, customized it a little bit, and then left it as it was. So, yeah, I'm a 3.5er myself. I really like 3.5.
It's funny that you mentioned Thaco, because I asked Lucas about that, because he read up on the rules and whatnot, and he was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "How do you not know what this is? You can't be a DM if you don't know what that is." He's like, "What are you even talking?" I was like, "To hit armor class 0, like what? Armor class 0? What are you talking about right now?" I was like, "Never mind. If they took it out of 5th edition, so much the better. Just forget I said anything."
That was one of the major things that major changes about 3rd edition, actually. Yeah, that was, man, that opened up a whole new world when you could actually drink and play D&D at the same time. People would have their own customized Thaco boards and stuff like that, because you had like about 3 beers and all of a sudden the math is just going.
Yeah. Charts.
So I need to add my armor class? No. You add. You roll the die. So I roll the dice. No, just one die.
Which side?
Which one?
How many sided dice?
The D useless. So.
Oh boy. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So one of my guys in our office, he's in the military, and we have TRICARE. And until TRICARE actually sees a diagnosis, they don't provide health for shit. They don't help you with anything. His daughter is now showing the signs of being autistic in the same manner as his son. They have previous experience with it. There's a certain period when it's really early that if they hit certain milestones, there are chances or their odds of being, higher recovery, or not recovery, but higher functionality, is there. And his daughter's at that critical age right now. Well, TRICARE, since she hasn't been officially diagnosed, isn't covering any of it. So he's basically paid $2,200 not too long ago in order to get her the health care that she needs in her autistic state. Um, so the guys at work found out about this, and I didn't even hear about it until today. They found out about it, did a GoFundMe, which is like GoFundMe.org or whatever. And one of the guys at work, he wrote up this 2-page synopsis of what's going on and how awesome this dude is and how inspiring he is and how he's a good leader. He's a great airman, a wonderful father, and everything else. And yesterday at PT, they presented him a check for $2,000 coming from it.
That is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That is really cool.
It's not often you see a person in a leadership position get a tangible reward for the effort and the concern that they hold for their troops, and that was pretty awesome. So I felt it was worth mentioning here.
That's awesome.
So yeah, really really cool.
Yeah, that's really good, dude. I love that. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw an article on like Stars and Stripes or Air Force Times or something like that about that.
I actually thought about like writing it or writing something because obviously I don't have like a vast journalism knowledge or anything, but I thought about trying to put something together and doing it. But you start running into legalities of things like, who donated what and were they his.
Well, yeah, I'm surprised that Public Affairs wasn't on hand and they had somebody that route.
Yeah, they kept it real quiet because of the legalities of it. You start getting too Air Forcey and shit just starts falling apart. So
yeah.
They were concerned more about the doing the good thing and helping someone out than worrying about, oh well, he's my supervisor, I can only give him $25 for this cause or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
but it's still that's one of those good news stories that needs to be out there. That's really good stuff and
pretty awesome. I need to talk to the person that actually ran it and see how it see what we can do with it. But yeah, it was really cool. I heard about it today and I was like, hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's one of the examples of the Air Force family coming together. I mean, it sounds, man, I've been to so many, I don't even know how many thousand commanders calls and things where it's a buzzword kind of thing. It's like, oh my God, just stop talking about it. But it's true. They talk about it because it is true.
Yeah.
When somebody is in need, the Air Force family, most cases, yeah, sometimes it kind of gets away from us, I guess. But in most cases, the Air Force family will get together and help out. And that's a perfect example of it. That's awesome. I love hearing that sort of stuff.
Yep. It was really cool. Also, it brought to mind this is the first successful GoFundMe that I've heard of, so I just need to spend some more time in that. The biggest subbable that I know of is on YouTube. It's for John and Hank Green. They do subbable and it's pretty awesome for them. You've got Kickstarter going for Cards Against Humanity. You've got Patreon for Tom Merritt and Frog Pants and all that stuff. But this is the first GoFundMe that actually involves my life in any way, shape, or form. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, GoFundMe I think is one of those up and coming sites that the more people use it, the more success stories are going to be out there, and then again, the more people are going to use it. And
yeah,
I hope so. Anyway, that's one of those really good.
They're one
of the good guy sites out there.
Yeah.
My wife has used that site every year for the last 6-7 years. We've hosted a Christmas party for the local Head Start, where we've gone out and bought presents for the kids and coloring books and crayons and whatnot, and had somebody dress up as Santa and give the presents off to the kids.
Nice.
And hell, I dressed up as Santa for a couple of years. But anyway, I'm starting to look the part.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how'd you get by with dressing as Santa? How skinny you are.
Yeah.
Speaking of things like charitable events and stuff like that, Jeremy, you've got a little thing on the bottom of your lower third bit.ly/JDPOLAR. Give us a little clue on what that's about, man.
Okay. Next month at Purdue is the 2015 Polar Plunge, benefiting the Special Olympics of Indiana, which you both know that my younger sister Jamie is autistic and participates in Special Olympics. She bowls and does some track and field events during the summer. So my wife has created a team of some of her coworkers and some of our friends, and we're all going to dive into a pool of icy water.
Are you actually going to dive this year?
Yes, I'm going to dive this year.
Nice.
But to dive, I have to raise at least $75. So that link on the bottom, on my bottom third, will take you to my page where you can donate on my page or my wife's page, or because all my teammates' names and stuff are on the right-hand side of my page, and can donate to Special Olympics of Indiana.
What's the date again for the plunge?
I believe it's February 7th.
And all the money has to be pledged prior to that, right?
Prior to that, yes.
Okay.
Well, hopefully we can get chime up a little support for that.
Absolutely.
That would be very cool.
Yep. I gave to that last year. I plan to do it again this year, and I hope more people sign up to do the same, because it's definitely a good cause.
Oh,
Jamie is an awesome person, and she loves doing the Special Olympic stuff. And I know her friends, they love it too. It gives them something that really makes it makes them feel like they belong. It makes them feel like they're accomplishing something, and it's Special Olympics is really, really good.
Yeah, I agree. Back, what was it, 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, it was Indiana State's Special Olympics, like 50th anniversary or something like that. And Jamie got to sing the national anthem at the opening ceremonies for it. She thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So it really builds her confidence up, and she has a great time with it. And so do all the kids that do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's funny that you called Jamie a kid. She's not so much a kid anymore, but I will always see her as. Wait, what do you mean? Is she 12? Is she? She can't be 12 yet.
No, like 8.
But but she's in that age. She's in that age where, like, when I left high school, I think she was 12, and I left high school, joined the military, or whatever. So she's one of those kids that's like, she will always be 12, and in my view.
When you guys left, she was not quite. She was 5.
Wait, what? Really? Hold on. Let me redo my math.
She was 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Born in 90.
Yeah, you're right. That's wow.
Okay, so my memory of Jamie every time she comes up in my mind is her reaching up and barely being able to hit the keys on the piano or the keyboard, and sitting there playing Disney tunes on the keyboard she could not see and could barely reach. So I don't know how old that was, but that's how old Jamie is in my mind all the time.
I want to say 3.
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah,
2 or 3.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Kid's a musical prodigy. Which isn't horribly surprising coming from your family.
Right.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. She really doesn't play keyboard so much anymore, but I can, if I tell her to...
Yeah, it's boring.
It's like, did that when I was 2. Give me something else.
If I tell her to sing an E so I can tune my guitar, I can tune to her voice. It'll be perfect.
That's awesome. I believe you 100%, and that's awesome.
It's weird. There's approximate pitch, perfect pitch, and absolute pitch. Jamie has absolute pitch.
Yep. I absolutely believe that.
I absolutely don't know the difference once you went past perfect pitch. So there you go. Speaking of other things I don't understand, CES is going on this week in Vegas. You guys have any comments on that? The news coming out of there? Anything in particular that's particularly interesting to you?
Well, I've consciously stayed away from it. I don't want to. I don't know why. I just don't want to follow it yet. I want to see everything that comes out, and I want to look at it all at once, I guess. But one thing that hasn't escaped my notice was Sony coming out with a new version of the Walkman. Why?
Really?
I don't understand. It's like an image. It's an MP3. It's basically a Sony iPod, from what I get from it.
Yeah,
but they're calling it the Walkman. It's like, dude, we all have phones now. That
you know what it was? I'll tell you what it was.
I don't understand.
Last month they got hacked. They got hacked and slashed and torn apart in pieces. And I know it's not, there's different companies within Sony, but it's all under the same hood, the Sony name, right?
Sure.
So what they do was, hey, we need something that really works really good. And they're like, oh, that Walkman thing we did back in the 80s? Man, that was keen. Do you think 30 years is enough time for that to come back? Let's try it. Just put it out there. Make it on CES. Go.
Did you say keen? You said it was keen?
Keen.
That was beautiful. Well played, my friend.
Yeah. It happens. So I'm gonna give you my quick rundown of everything that I thought was particularly interesting and that I'm hopeful about that came out during CES. You ready?
Well, let's do it.
Okay. That's pretty much our show for this week.
Ouch.
Yeah. That's what it is. I'd like to remind everybody that when they're shopping on Amazon, if they go by Ritual Misery Podcast.blogspot.com and click on the Amazon banner, every time you go, anything that you put in your shopping cart for the next 24 hours will count for us. And then if you buy it within the next 90 days, Amazon kicks over a few pennies per dollar our way, and that's how we fund the show. That's how we're going to start making improvements. As soon as I get some adequate headache-free free time, I will get the videos up and get our Patreon going so people can donate there, become our boss, and have a definite voice in how this show goes. But that'd be at patreon.com, Ritual Misery. So there's your two ways to support the show directly. You can always do many other things. But before I get into all that, I need to thank Kent personally for showing up, for coming over to the house this weekend. It's pretty awesome to hang out and drink beers and talk story. We didn't get nearly as much done as we had hoped, but I think we still got way more than we expected. So,
well put. Yes, absolutely. And I want to thank you, Amos, for putting up with me and Stephanie. And it was absolutely my pleasure to be there. And the hospitality from not just you but your whole family was awesome.
Yeah. And luckily we only ran out of gas for the heater in the trailer once.
But it was all good. We had electricity. We had a space heater in there. It was no problem.
Good times. One more memory to chalk it up to. Jeremy, what have you been up to, man? Other than your polar expedition that people can find at bit.ly/JD Polar POLAR. What have you been up to, man?
Gearing up to homeschool my oldest daughter. She decided to flunk out of BC.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There you go. That's good times.
Yeah. Other than that, hanging with the family and getting ready to join a gym, actually.
Oh.
Wow. Could we possibly follow your gym exploits on Twitter?
Yes, J. Allen Dillon.
J. Allen Dillon. Okay. All right, I'm sure I will look forward to that. Hopefully, some of our viewers and listeners will too, and fully expect a full array of snarky comments and off color enthusiasm.
Indeed.
And that's just from Kent. You just see what I got in store for you.
My biggest comment to that is pics or it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's right.
No kidding. You might need to get a Instagram just for that.
Right.
All right, Kent. You can be found on Twitter at rm_delnoche. Where else
You're
can
damn right.
people follow your stuff?
Well, the place that I am present on the internet that has the most activity probably is ratebeer.com. Look me up, username Del Noche. Find out what I'm drinking and what I think about it and all that sort of stuff.
And more importantly, what you're not drinking, because
Yeah.
because you like beer, and if you're saying a beer is not worth the can it's bottled in,
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah, if you want some real entertainment, go to my user account and look up my review for Bud Light.
See, there we go. All right, y'all. And I'm Amos. You can find me on Twitter at Ethan Kane. One day we'll get to the reason I use that name, but until then, you can follow the show on Twitter at Ritual Misery. Submit ideas on our subreddit, Ritual Misery Podcast. Oh no, sorry, I'm screwing my own self up here.
It's one of those things.
Yeah, you can follow our submit ideas on our subreddit, ritualmisery.reddit.com. You can find us on our home on the web at ritualmiserypodcast.blogspot.com. You can email us at ritualmiserypodcast@gmail.com. There's a whole bunch of .coms on here. I've got to clean this up. You can call and leave us a voicemail at 567-69-TRMPC. That's 567-698-7672. Our music comes courtesy of Kevin MacLeod. Thank you for listening. For Kent, for me, for you, this is your Ritual Misery Podcast.
See ya.
See ya.
Oh, the loveliness.
So I guess you're gonna just edit in the outro music.
It'll work the way it's supposed to work out, however that is.
That's beautiful.
So yeah,
Jeremy,
I didn't realize.
is that a Deadpool shirt? Hold on.
No. It's Captain America's sweatshirt.
Oh, is it? Oh, the string from your hoodie. I thought I saw Deadpool. Anyway.
I have one.
There's your geek stuff. No, I didn't realize that when I hit the playlist for the outro that it automatically starts playing the song. So it started playing about 10 seconds, and I realized that as it was going on, I was like, oh, I gotta hurry up and get through this. So I missed about 4 seconds there. Whatever. It happened.
So how about?
I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream for the video.
Okay, cool.
So
bye video.
Bye internet peoples.